What have you seen out of you guys defensively in preseason? And where do you think you can improve on that end?
There's always room for improvement. I think that the biggest thing is Van Gundy has empowered them to be super aggressive, and that they can't make a mistake as long as they're playing hard and, like I said, being aggressive. And so guys, active hands. Typically early in the season, the defense will be ahead of the offense anyway. I think we got 20 steals the other night. So our emphasis has been on the defensive side of things, and his terminology, I think the guys are starting to get used to it. So it's just something that we got to continue to build on. But I think we're all, as a staff, very happy with where we are defensively right now.
What's it like to get used to a new coach? Like, the rest of you guys have been here, but you got someone new running the defense. What's that like from a coaching and staff perspective?
I don't think it's that much of a big deal. I think Van Gundy's approach has been more him adjusting to us and trying to get used to what what their strengths are and what their weaknesses are, and then protecting one another. So it's been pretty seamless. The defensive coordinator usually has to kind of be the guy that's the asshole, because you got to be tough and you got to hold everybody accountable. So sometimes when he's being that, we have to be the good cops to kind of balance things out. But it's been good for us.
You sure a good cop?
I'm going to reserve my comment on that.
How good is it, though, to see Jeff back on the sidelines?
It's
this side of things?
You know what? It's great. I always enjoyed his commentary when he was on ESPN because he called it like he saw it. And so we're getting a dose of that, in terms of, like I said, there's no man above the law. He holds every man 1 through 15 or however many guys we have accountable on the defensive end. Obviously, he has a lot of energy that he brings to practice every day and intensity as well.
How has games looked as far as, there's going to be a bit of a workload on him to carry the team with Kawhi?
He's been good. He's been good with it, and I think that one of the things that we're trying to be cognizant of as a staff is not overloading him, and so a lot of situations we're taking him off the ball because teams are starting to bring defenders up to try to wear him down as the game goes on. So we're just kind of feeling out who can bring the ball up and initiate the offense, and then use him a little bit more on the second side.
And who are some of you guys better wing defenders on this team?
Well, I think starting with Derrick Jones Jr., I think he's been very, very good for us in that capacity. We saw a glimpse of it last year in the playoffs, with him on PG. But he's been good. Kris Dunn has been good. Kevin Porter Jr. has been really good. And then obviously T-Man and Amir. So we have versatility in terms of guys that can play multiple positions and defend multiple positions. So that should be a strength of ours.
Is Jay a better defender than we have come to hear or even know about?
He is. Well, one of the things he's always been good at is when he switches on the bigger players and they have him down in the post, he's very good. He can strip the ball really well. And because he's so cerebral, he's a really good team defender. A lot of times individually, teams will try to call him up and put him in the action. And I think at times that he's been broken down. It's more due to fatigue because of all the load that he carries on the offensive side. But with this philosophy that Van Gundy has instilled, everybody, like I said, is being held accountable in terms of our team defense. And you can't make a mistake if you're doing whatever you're doing aggressively and harder than the offense is.
Has Kawhi been able to do anything on court as far as maybe not even 5-on-5, but just practice or anything like that?
No.
What's it looking like for him in terms of when he might?
That's not a question for me.
Head coach Brian Shaw?
We're out here, he has not been a part of what we've been doing, on a daily basis. So I know the kind of company line has been that he's going to, we're going to be patient with him. So he's doing everything that he can to rehab it and strengthen that knee on his own with our medical staff, and we're just dealing with the guys that we have available.
But today he wasn't in practice.
No.
So Ty said he's going to be resting some players.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Ty said he's resting players tomorrow. So how comfortable are you guys as the staff heading into the opener that you guys are where you want to be?
I think we're fine. in terms of that, that's a decision that if Ty said that, he hasn't necessarily shared that with the rest of the staff. But, once again, this is an opportunity in the preseason for, other guys to make their case for why they should either be in a part of the rotation or make the team, all together. And if you look across the league, there's been a lot of most teams don't play their main guys, a whole lot, usually in the first half, and then they kind of sit out during the second half. And there's been multiple games that I've seen where guys, their main players have sat out games as well. So I think that's something that's pretty common across the board.
So how do you see Norm step into this bigger role so far?
I think Norm is in a place that he's always wanted to be.
Yeah.
As a starter, and so now he's going to get what he asked for. He's a guy. Obviously, we know that he can score the ball. He's going to have to show that he can defend at a high level at that position that he plays. Because night in and night out at the two guard position, there's high level scorers. So. He's going to have to show the same tenacity that he plays with on the offensive end. He's going to have to display that on the defensive end as well.
He's done so many things, even as a reserve on offensive before, but the fact that he's starting the game, is there any sort of different mentality that he has to have with that as well?
No, I don't think so. I think on every team you have to have guys that are always in attack mode, and he's one that we always want to have in attack mode to keep the defense honest. And so, he's a 3-level scorer. He can take the ball to the basket. He can shoot from 3. He can draw fouls and get to the free throw line. And so that's what we're going to need him to do, especially when teams try to really, really concentrate on shutting James down.
Ty said at the last game that he's sticking with the starting lineup that started that last game. Have you guys talked through who Kawhi might replace when he does come back?
No. I think that's a bridge that we'll cross when we get to it.
Defensively, against Dallas, I think you guys allowed like 8 corner 3-point attempts. Has shutting off corner threes been like a focal point for you guys defensively in this camp?
Not so much. I can't particularly recall us, specifically emphasizing we got to shut down the corner threes. We're aware that that's the highest percentage 3-point shot, but we just want to get to 3-point shooters wherever they are on the floor and put them under duress and not let anybody have any easy open looks.
Thank you. How you feeling out there?
Good.
How far along do you think the defense has been for you guys in preseason?
We're getting there. We saw some good stuff, especially last game. Like I said, why it's new for a lot of people, so we need reps, we need games, we need practice to really get to know each other, move as a team and individual stuff. But right now we're doing okay. I think we're doing good.
Now that you're back and you've played a preseason game and had some practice, does it feel like you never left, or does it feel new with all the
new?
Yeah.
New. Everything is new. Just a way to get there. It's new, logo. Everything is new. So I feel like I'm back in a new team. Similar faces for sure. Coaching staff pretty much the same. A lot of players are the same, but I feel like new anyway. So it's cool though.
What's it like working with you? Ty talks about you being here. He's like, it's not 4 new guys because Nico was here last year. So does it feel new as far as what you guys are trying to do out there? I know you guys have JVP, so it might be new.
A little bit though. I mean, like as you said, it's not something new because I know what guys want on offense, especially. And on defense, we got a new system on defense, but at the end it's still basketball. So when you've been 17 years in the NBA, at the end it's still the same. It's 5-on-5, 2 hoop, 1 ball. We try to win the game, so pretty much the same stuff at the end. So.
What's it like working with Jeff McNulty?
I like it though. I knew him. I knew he was coaching the NBA, but to work with him is great because he knows the game. He wants to win. His mentality, the way he approaches the game. So I like working with him for sure.
Speaking of new, Derek Jones is your new arrival here. In what ways have you seen that make an impact with the defensive identity?
We have guys who individually are great. We don't know what DJ did last year. We can really put this team on defense, especially in Big Zoo. But I think as a team, we showed last game a little bit though. If we all on the same page, we can be really good as a team. because you have a lot of guys who can play defense, that's for sure. But if we do it as a team, we can be a really good defensive team. That's the goal this year.
What do you think it will take to be on the same page?
Communication, work, reps, videos, a lot of stuff. Preparation. Who you're going to play next game. I mean, matchup depends. They are really different on who you play the next game. So the game we played last night, like 2 nights ago, is going to be a different matchup when we get tomorrow night. So it's taking preparation, adjustment, but if we're all on the same page, we can be okay though.
What's been the big point of emphasis from Jeff defensively, like that he wants you guys to focus in on is
aggressiveness. I mean, we showed a little bit last game that we were very aggressive, like on the ball, off the ball. So he needs that like communication and be aggressive, like non-stop. I mean, if we do that, we can be okay.
In years past, you guys used to switch a lot.
Yeah.
Does he want you guys switching as often as in the past?
It's part of the NBA now. He's part of the NBA now, so everybody's switching. So yeah.
What have you seen out of Kai? I mean, with Mo kind of injured right now, Mo Bamba, Kai's taking that backup role. He's playing pretty well in that role. What have you seen out of him in that role?
I mean, very athletic kid. He's running the floor very well. On defense, he's doing some good stuff as well. I mean, he's going to protect the rim. Yeah, he got everything to be great in basketball. Now he got all the tools to be great. Now he just need to learn how to play with us and we need to learn how to play with him. It's a new system for him as well. But he's doing great so far.
With him, is it kind of just like playing is the best way to learn?
I think so. He's going to learn, yeah. He's going to learn with us. I mean, he got good vet around him. I mean, I'm playing with him a lot. I mean, he has an easy job. It's to set screen, roll, and run and play defense and get rebounds. And he can't do that at a very high level. So if we focus on that, he can have a good career for sure.
Where do you feel like the second unit has made the most progress in the last week, and where do you feel like that unit has to tighten up next week for the start of the regular season?
No, we all knew. I mean, we never played with each other beside me and me a little bit when I got there, but we need to get to know each other. So, I mean, it's been a good process right now. We did a better job last game. But, like with Scoot and KD get the ball, like Amir, me, like we want to find out what our role, but we're doing good. Like we're getting better every day. So we're going to be fine.
Thanks, Nico.
It looked like you and Nico in particular had some pretty damn good chemistry off the ball, him at the elbow, you cutting, finding a way to score that way. What's it been like just working with him, through this preseason and training camp?
Yeah, we've been just trying to find it through training camp and the practices that we've been having. He has a really great IQ for the game. When he get the ball, you just got to cut in space. He'll find you. And last game, I thought we did a couple plays of that.
How far along do you think the defense is? Like, is it where you guys want it to be?
Probably not. I mean, we just started. It's preseason, got to work on a couple things. I think we've done some things well, but to be where we want to be and what, we think we could be as a team, we always got more work to do.
What are the couple things that you think you guys need to improve on?
Communication. I think that's the biggest thing, with any team. If you communicate well, fly around, play hard and, pay attention to detail, you could be a really good defensive team in this league. It's easier said than done, and that's why we got practice on.
You've always been really good at forcing turnovers, like actually getting your hands on people's handles, passes off the ball, all that. Where did that come from? Like, how do you keep your skills sharp getting steals?
Watching film, watching other defensive guys in the league. I like to watch a lot of film, and there's some guys in the league I think, who are really good defensively. We have some on our team. And then, just practicing, take practice seriously, guarding and trying to, just keep working on my game. And then, just go out there, main things, play hard.
Was that something that the staff, either the coach staff or the front office, they talked to you about specifically as what they value from you when you got here?
A little bit, but, coming here I already knew, what my role was going to be. They talked to me about it a little bit, but, we have, James Harden, Kawhi, they're prolific scorers, and we got other scorers on the team. I understand my role is to, one, defense, make sure I bring my defensive energy each and every game, and then get guys, involved, get guys the ball, and just bring energy.
I know it was just a preseason game, but what was the experience like playing in this building for the first time?
Oh, it was unreal. I mean, the technology in there was insane. I mean, the bench, the seats were even different the way we were sitting. It was crazy. The fans were more engaged. It felt like we were in college again with those fans, doing all the antics and whatnot. And then, the jumbotron and everything. It's unreal, and what the organization have done to make it a home atmosphere for us, but in the fans, it's been unbelievable.
Maybe this is not a great question, but when did you really start enjoying playing defense?
Since I've been a kid. Going to the parks and whatnot, I've never been the guy, who'd like somebody to score on me and just start talking trash. It's never been a thing of mine, and I think that's the competitive nature in me. As kids, you score on somebody, you talk trash. I ain't like people talking trash, so I think that's where I took joy into it.
As a kid, how did you practice like individual defense? You talk about watching film now, but back then, how did you practice that?
One is instincts. That's a God-given ability, and then two, I read tendencies. Each and every player has tendencies. Some are better at hiding than the others, but everyone has tendencies, and I just try to focus on that. And, I think I can pick it up within, a couple trips down. If I'm playing somebody one-on-one, they'll eventually show you your tendencies. If they score 4 points in a row, you'll start to pick it up.
Who's louder than you on the team right now?
Louder?
Who's louder than you?
In what sense?
When
day-to-day
practice on the floor, like in the locker room, who's the loudest voice and where do you stand in that?
I could go Elijah. I can go James been vocal. Uno, he's been vocal. I think that's going with his leadership. Who else? I think Norm been doing an unbelievable job. JVG, he on us all day. I give him the trophy, JVG.